Anderson.
Here.
Chair Hattis.
Present.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item, the chair remark for the sake of the time and get to the business. I pass on it today. I have nothing. Next item,
C, approval of the June 4th, 2024 meeting minutes.
So moved.
motion been made and supported. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those who agree signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Next item,
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
thank you. Next item,
Moving to item 1, under new business. Requesting commission approval of the appointment of Andre Cook to serve as the alternate to Wayne County Clerk Kathy Garrett on the Southeast Michigan Council of Governments General Assembly.
Move.
motion been made and supported. Any question? Seeing none, all those who agree signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Next item. Call for public hearing. We need a motion to open the public hearing.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. The public, all those who agree. Okay, the clerk need to read the item for the record.
Item 2, requesting a public hearing and approval by the commission for the reissuance of the Economic Development Corporation First Mortgage Refunding Revenue Bonds for the Rivers of Grosse Pointe Project, Series 2019.
Thank you. Motion been made and supported for public hearing. All those who agree signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Public hearing.
It has to be a roll call. Yes.
Oh, roll call, okay.
Commissioner Palomero,
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick, Commissioner Kinlock,
Yes.
Commissioner Clementi, Commissioner Baydoun,
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Chair Hattis.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Legally, totally legally, it's open to any person from the public like to comment on item on the agenda. Please take seat.
My name's Craig Hammond. Just touch.
Working? Okay. I'm Craig Hammond. I'm an attorney with Dickinson Wright, and we're serving as bond counsel to the Economic Development Corporation of Wayne County. I just want to explain why we're having this public hearing, because it will then lead to a resolution that the full commission would adopt on June 20th. The Rivers of Grosse Pointe is a senior living community in Grosse Pointe Woods, and Richard Levin here is a representative of the Rivers of Grosse Pointe. You could answer any questions about their community if there are
Could you
any.
join us two on the table, please, whoever you have with you?
Sure. The back in 2013, the Economic Development Corporation of Wayne County issued tax-exempt bonds to assist in the financing of the construction of the Rivers of Grosse Pointe community. Those bonds were refinanced in 2019, and now there's a need to make some modifications to those bonds. And those modifications are triggering under federal tax law the need for the county to approve the reissuance of those bonds. Because under federal tax law, if you make what are considered significant modifications, in this case, we're extending the maturity of the bonds by 3 more years. It's as if the bonds are being issued again for tax purposes. And because these are tax-exempt bonds, the county needs to say, we're holding a hearing, so if the public didn't want this to happen, they'd have the opportunity to object and the county to listen to that. And then following that hearing, we're asking the county to give the approval required under federal tax law to allow the EDC to move forward with approving these bond modifications. So that's the reason for the hearing, to satisfy a federal tax requirement. These bonds are not obligations of the county. The county does not have any credit to support these bonds. That's a state law mandate under the EDC Act. These are bonds that are payable solely from loan payments to be made by the Rivers of Grosse Pointe, and they're secured by a mortgage on the facility.
Any question, Mr. Commissioner Anderson?
Thank you. What was the I'm assuming the original date was for 5 years, or the amount of time was for 5 years. Why is the reason, why are we being asked to approve an extension of that for 3 years?
So it was 2019, they were refinanced for the 5-year 2024. I think they need 3 more years to put in place the plans that they have. In 2019, that was pre-COVID. And I think they were anticipating that during that 5-year period, there would be some other refinancing of the facility that would take place, but it didn't happen within that time frame. So they've agreed with there's one primary investor here, and they've agreed to extend it out 3 more years.
Okay, and again, the reason for it was that, are they doing modifications to the building, or is there just, because I would assume that the occupancy is what it was anticipated to be, and that the payments were being made, is that?
Well, the payments are being made.
Right.
They're not modifying the facility. They want to continue the existing financing in place for 3 more years because they weren't in a position to put in place a whole new refinancing plan by June 1st, 2024.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any other question?
Move approval. Oh, we still in public comment.
Still in
Sorry.
public comment, yeah. Anybody else from the public like to comment on the item? Once, twice,
Close the public hearing.
Support.
motion been made and supported to close public hearing. We please call the roll call, Madam the Clerk.
Not to close.
We don't need a roll call, I don't think. All those who agree signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Thank you. And now we move to motion to approve the item.
So move.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those who agree signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose, motion carried.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Next item. I think now we could close the public hearing. We already closed that, so next item,
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I have none. Anybody from the public like to comment on any of the item? Once, twice, 3 times. Now, Mr. Palomera, we could make your favor motion.
Move to adjourn.
Or
Motion been made and supported.